question here, we're given a quadratic equation and a linear equation, and it wants us to determine, if it exists, the points or point of intersection of these two equations. So let's draw a rough sketch to kind of get purchase on what this might look like. So over here, I have my quadratic, which is going to open down, and I'm assuming it has two roots, but it could be somewhere down here, but actually it's not. It's actually going to be up here because it does have a y-intercept of 20. Now which side it's going to be on, maybe it'll be here, maybe it'll be here, anyway, I don't know, it'll be somewhere. And then I have this straight line which has a pretty steep slope, 6/1, and it looks something like this. And it passes through the point around -1, so that's like right over here, -1. So just by looking at the picture, it looks like we're going to have 2 points of intersection somewhere up here, and maybe somewhere, way down here, some kind of point of intersection. Possibly. Might be wrong. Let's find out algebraically. So if they intersect, then their y values will be the same. So I will be able to write that -2x squared minus 5x plus 20 will equal 6x minus 1. And if that's the case, then I should be able to solve this equation. And I hope that you can see what I did was just bring this stuff over, collect like terms, and get my quadratic. Now, does this have any roots? Let's see. Can I factor this? Now, there are two numbers that add to give me -11, multiply to give me -42. We got 2 and 21 works. What else do we have? 14 and 3. That's 2 times 7 times 3. Yeah, that looks like it'll be good. So I have -14, I have +3, and if I divide those by -2, this will yield -7/1, and this, I'll just put the negative in the numerator, 2/-3. So this can be factored as, let's see here, x minus 7 and 2x minus 3, and that equals 0. Let's just see, is that going to work out? -14. Looks like, you know what, let me rewrite this. Let me just kind of rid this negative and write it like this. So two numbers, they add to give me +11, multiply to give me -42. The numbers will be 14 and -3. Yeah. Let me just do that. 14 and -3, oops. -3 here. And then I put a 2 here, a 2 here. That's going to be 7/1. And I end up with 2x minus 3 and x plus 7. Okay, so what are our roots? Our roots are -7 and 3/2. So let's go to our picture. We will have 2 points of intersection. -7 will be one of them. Let's say that's roughly over here. And 3/2, that's like 1.5. Here's 3/2. So now the question is, well, what is the y value? If I trace this up, I'm going to get some kind of y value there. If I trace this along the y-axis, I'll get some y value there. If I want to figure out what they are, I just take these x's, plug them into my original equation, either one, because both these points lie on this line and this line, and I should get my y. Now, in terms of what is, easier to work with, I would definitely go with the linear equation, just because there's less room for error, since the calculation is pretty straightforward. So with the -7, I'm going to plug it into y equals 6x minus 1. And I get y is equal to 6 times -7 minus 1, -42 minus 1, -43. And for the 3/2, I'm going to get y equals 6 times 3/2 minus 1, which will give me 8. So my points of intersection are, first one is going to be -7 comma -43. My second point will be 3/2 comma 8. This one goes here. This one goes